Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Sioux Falls police are investigating a Sunday morning assault in a West Side parking lot that sent a person to the hospital. It happened just before 2 a.m. outside of Billy Frog's Bar and Grill on South Marion Road. The call first came in as a hit and run, but police say it appears the victim was not struck by a vehicle and was instead dragged by the vehicle.
Police say the victim's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. Investigators do not have a description of the vehicle involved. We expect to learn more information about the assault during this morning's police briefing, which will live stream on KELOLAND.com beginning at 10:30.
Firefighters in western KELOLAND responded to a Sunday morning house fire. The call came in just after midnight in the 4700 block of Greenfield Lane in Rapid Valley, east of Rapid City. There were flames and heavy smoke inside and along the roof.
The Rapid Valley Volunteer Fire Department was able to keep the fire from spreading. However, one firefighter was treated for heat-related issues. The Red Cross is working with the resident who was displaced.
A teenager will be in court in Rapid City later this morning to see if he should still be tried in adult court for a deadly shooting last year. 16-year-old Robert Height is charged with second-degree murder. He is accused of shooting 18-year-old Jaden Russell in November 2021.
Height is also charged with aggravated assault against a minor. The transfer hearing gets underway at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time.
Then tomorrow, the man charged in the death of an elderly Rapid City woman will appear in court. James Jumping Eagle is charged with first-degree murder and second-degree rape in the death of Rita McGovern.
She was found in her home on February 10th, 2021. Police say there was a cut to her throat. The appearance is set for 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time.
Now let's get a check of our forecast with meteorologist Scott Munt. Warm and dry and a bit windy today, Scott.
Well, you said it all right there. We are looking at temperatures today, probably hitting the 70s and 80s for afternoon highs. We'll go with mostly sunny skies, increasing winds as we go throughout the day. You know, some of these wind gusts may approach 30 miles per hour or more. A high of 82 in Sioux Falls, 81 Aberdeen, 85 in Pierre, and 81 today in Rapid City. More details on the KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. It's been over a week since Tunis Lomax was shot and killed. His widow says the Sioux Falls Police Department has yet to make an arrest.
The Lomax family says he was a friendly man who could always be seen with a smile. As they grieve, they're asking anyone with information to contact police.
At the end of the day, he's never going to come back. Yeah, please do more for us. We beg you. We need justice. We need justice for our brother.
A vigil for Tunis was held last weekend.
The Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office tells KELOLAND News that a 54-year-old man is facing multiple charges following an alleged hit and run early Thursday morning in Dell Rapids. Take a look at this video captured by a doorbell security camera.
A fast-moving vehicle hits a parked pickup on the side of the road, causing a chain reaction, damaging at least 2 other vehicles. Robert Barse of Dell Rapids is the owner of one of the vehicles that was hit.
Where it's ended up right now, I mean, it was pushed quite a ways. So he had to have been going, like the officer said, double the speed limit at least, if not more.
It wasn't even a side glance. It just hit it directly behind, and then that's what caused it to push both of those vehicles off of the roadway.
Steve Heineman of Dell Rapids is facing multiple charges, including failure to report an accident, hit and run, and leaving the scene of an accident. If you plan on attending football games this fall at SDSU, you'll be able to buy beer or seltzer thanks to a new Board of Regents policy implemented in June. Student leaders were heavily involved with the push to sell alcohol at sporting events.
An SDSU Students Association senator says the conversation started last year and there was a plan brought forward to the university leaders and the Board of Regents.
They still thought that, including an element like this at an SDSU game would really improve the atmosphere. We want kids to stay for the entire game. We don't want people leaving at halftime and going out to drink, or even people, just going to the bars downtown to drink instead of going to the game.
The SDSU football home opener is September 10th. Pollinators have a home in the middle of downtown Sioux Falls.
The pollinator plot at the Arc of Dreams began just a few years ago, but really began taking off this year as the native pollinator plants grew and brought life to the space. Pollinator insects are important to the ecosystem, even in the middle of the city.
And without pollinator insects, we don't get cucumbers and tomatoes and apples, and we need those bees and insects to move from plant to plant to plant to spread the pollen.
Not only does the garden provide a place for insects to live, but it also is a nice area for people in the community to enjoy the flowers.
Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather today, well, good news for those beekeepers and, yeah, all the flowers out there. I think weather looks pretty good today. Mostly speaking, though, it is a little drier trend the next several days, including today. Northwest winds are dominant this afternoon, running about 15 to 30, maybe some gusts here a little bit higher around Pierre and also Aberdeen. Tonight, we do expect mainly clear skies. Lows are dropping back into the 50s. And then for tomorrow, temperatures are shooting back up into the 90-degree levels there around Phillip, and I would expect Sioux Falls, again, low 80s, pretty common. But generally, the pattern will be warming up as we see quite a bit of warmth developing to our west-northwest, and it does now appear that that will become the dominant feature. It's going to steer the storm tracks away from us, at least for now. Nothing too organized, and you can see there's a lot more red and orange there across the northern plains, and that takes us all the way out past Labor Day. So it's going to be a warm start to the month of September. 83 today, Mitchell, your forecast, 86 degrees in Yankton, 79 in Worthington. Here is your 7-day forecast. Takeaway number one, it is dry all the way through, as we really can't see anything there with any significance of rain chances for now. The numbers there closer to 90 by Friday. The numbers also here in Aberdeen, pretty close to what Sioux Falls will be seeing, with upper 80s and low 90s. And I would expect Pierre probably back in the low 90s for a few days here. Wednesday through Sunday, all about the same there. And right now we're looking at Rapid City, also dry weather and warming up, 92 by Thursday. Check out the details online at KETHLELAND.com.